Let me make sure I'm turned up. I'm full blast. We're at 3 o'clock right now.
Cue Dan. Stand by. Do you hear programming? Nope. Stand by. Go.
And I'm Dan Mares, live in Tombstone for Helldorado Days. There's a lot going on this weekend. We're going to have more coming up in a live report.
Clear.
What's up, fellas?
All right, hang up the merge call.
Hang up the merge call.
I'm having them speak up.
On all the weather stuff for first and then main, and then we'll
Let them dial back in. Aaron's coming up. Minutes out, Aaron. Valerie will talk to you.
yeah, thank you. 3 out.
And we'll end on graphics with you, Aaron.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Just because the sun's coming in at such these odd angles.
Minutes out, Aaron.
1 minute, thank you. What's the kitty's name? Fritz. Just in case Fritz makes an appearance. I want to call him by name. We're going to be here for a little while, so maybe he'll warm up to the... Okay. Oh, no, definitely not. The folks here are definitely tough enough to handle the wind, but it doesn't look windy right now where I'm at because I have probably managed to find the one really quiet, not so windy place in Tombstone. We are under the world's largest rose tree. More on that in just a bit, but yes, you are correct, Valerie. First alert action day, that wind advisory continues through 6 o'clock. It covers lower elevations of Greenlee, Graham, and Cochise counties. We are talking wind gusts anywhere from 40 to 50 miles per hour. We've been feeling that, clocking that so far this afternoon, and that will continue until the sun sets. So if you are headed to Tombstone for Helldorado days, you definitely want to give yourself some extra time on the roads. You're bound to run into some blowing dust. And we'll have a first alert action night. This because of a freeze warning. It primarily covers the Upper Gila River Valley area, Sulphur Springs Valley, Wilcox, Bowie, Safford, and Clifton. That's where temperatures are going to come close to 32 degrees. Overnight, Tucson will be chilly, 49, Wilcox 34, Oro Valley at 48, and 48 for Marana, and 40 here in Tombstone. We'll check back in with you live from Helldorado days in just a bit.
Hey, Dusty, are these guys, can they just, like, are there any rules? Can they, like, if they wanted to just shoot a blank right now, can they do that, or do you guys prefer them during the shows only?
It has to be under control.
So they can't just go around shooting in the air. Gotcha.
Ever since that one vigilante shot the other vigilante.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And
That changed the rules, yeah.
I had to make an ordinance.
Are you saying you would shoot a gun in the air while you're
No, we were specifically told no guns. It's like, come on. So I took a picture instead with one. 1 minute. I'm Dan Mars reporting from Tombstone for Helldorado Days. Coming up right after the break.
Got a minute, man.
Coming up right after the break, we're going to be talking to the mayor about this event, and he is a fourth generation.
Oh, never mind. There's my family right there.
You got a minute. There you
I
go.
will tell you
man.
thank you for last week when you sent your tractor down to help us out. I meant to tell you that. So thank you.
Mayor. Fantastic. How are you?
Dan Mars reporting. I'm Dan Mars live in Tombstone for a world famous event. I'm Dan Mars reporting live from Tombstone at an event for the next 3 days that has become world famous. Coming up right after the break, we're going to talk to the mayor of Tombstone. It is an incredible event. I've been up here 5-6 years. Over the years I've lived in Tucson, and it is 3 days of fun activities and really showcasing the rich, deep history of Tombstone, the town too tough to die. This is the 95th annual Helldorado Days. I'm here now with Tombstone Mayor Dusty Escapool, and Mayor, this is just a really great time.
It is, ever since the first one, I think in 1929, it's been pretty steady every year, and it just keeps bigger and bigger and bigger. You come to Tombstone, there's more than gunfights too. You want to keep in mind we've got like the Rose Tree,
Yep.
and we've got the Birdcage Theater, we've got the old State Park.
Yep.
And
The
mine,
mines.
a mine tour is unbelievable. You got to take that in,
Yeah.
and the stagecoach tours.
Yep, those are always fun.
Outstanding.
Now, you're a fourth generation Tombstonian? Tombstone? What do you call yourself?
Whatever you want to call me.
But you're
Yeah.
you're fourth generation, but you've got 7 generations of your family here. Your roots run deep.
Yes, they do. We just could never afford to leave, so we had to stay here. No,
You
we've
stay
been
here
in-
'cause you love it.
We've been in the cow business and the mining business ever since day one in 1877. So, yeah, it's a beautiful little area. It's a beautiful town, and there's a lot of beautiful people here.
There is. And it's not too bad. I mean, it's just a little bit windy, not too bad when you'd have to hold on to my hat. But, what can people expect for Helldorado Days? What are you doing for the next 3 days?
Well, we're going to have skits on the street back here behind where we're standing, and we'll also have a major big parade, one of the biggest parades in southern Arizona, at 11
Sunday?
o'clock on Sunday. You can't miss that. And then at nights, there's plenty of entertainment in all the saloons, and it's a honky-tonk time in Tombstone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Mayor, thank you so much. So if you got time this weekend, come on up to Tombstone. It is a beautiful day today. It's only going to get nicer over the weekend. The wind's going to actually calm down a little bit for that. So let's get the latest for the Tombstone forecast. 13 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen is joining us now. And Aaron, because of this wind, we've got a First Alert Action Day.
We do have a First Alert Action Day, Dan, and we will waste no time going straight into a First Alert Action Night, but that will be because of a freeze warning. So here's the deal. Tombstone is a part of the wind advisory. Tucson is not. But trust me, even in Tucson, I know you're feeling these gusts topping out close to 30 to 40 miles per hour. Across Greenlee, Graham, Cochise counties, though, those winds are going to be closer to 50 miles per hour. So if you are headed down to Tombstone this evening, maybe you're already here. Here's what to expect. There is a 40% chance for some scattered showers as this front moves through. The good thing is once we get beyond the wind and the front brings a little bit of rain, beyond it will be the cooler temps. But that will set the stage for a chilly night here, 40 degrees. And chilly mornings for the weekend. Tucson, tomorrow morning, 49, 48 by Sunday morning. Wilcox, you'll be in the 30s. Nogales in the low to mid 40s. Douglas, 44 tomorrow morning for your Sunday morning at 43. Now, if you're sticking around Tombstone tomorrow, 72 for an afternoon high. Mostly sunny. The wind won't be nearly as strong as what it is today. A little bit breezy, sure, but our temps are going to feel quite nice. 9 degrees below the normal for the Tombstone folks. Wind from the southeast about 5 to 15 miles per hour. But I do really encourage folks to get out and enjoy this weekend because this is going to feel like fall. The coolest weekend Tucson will have felt since April, and that means Tucson will warm to a mere 75 tomorrow, 80 for our Sunday. We are expecting mostly sunny skies both days. Still a little bit breezy at times, but again, we'll be behind the cold front, so that wind won't be nearly as strong as what we're dealing with right now. Your highs across the rest of southern Arizona. Ajo, you'll be at 77 tomorrow, 82 on Sunday. Nogales, 78 for your Sunday. Douglas, 75 tomorrow. Wilcox at 70 if you're headed to, say, Apple Annie's, for instance. Safford at 72. Saturday, 77 come Sunday. Pretty potent low pressure system moving through. You can see that front as it kind of just drags the tail end right through southern Arizona. So we do have that slim 30% chance for rain even in Tucson as we head through tonight. Our best chance for rain for Green Valley will be 30%, Wilcox at 50, and again, Tombstone at 40. Here's a look at that 13 First Alert 7-day forecast for you. Enjoy tomorrow, 75. We rebound quickly to the 80s Sunday at 80 degrees, 90 in Tucson on Monday. And would you believe it, the second half of next work week, we will be flirting with record heat once again. Hey, coming up in just a bit, we're going to introduce you to Tombstone's original Shady Lady. live under the world's largest rose tree, the softer side of Tombstone. Take a look at how beautiful this is. The trunk about 13 feet in diameter, and a beautiful canopy here of white rose about stretching out about 8,000 square feet. And joining us now, Kathy Trawick. Kathy, thank you so much. You're the president of Helldorado Days.
I am.
Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to meet with us. So what are some of the main things people should expect to see when they come down here this weekend?
Well, I personally feel that the best reason to come to Tombstone is we just love to have people come and see how wonderful it is. And Helldorado is the biggest event that Tombstone has. We love to entertain everyone and welcome them in to have Old West wild fun.
And it's kind of like Tombstone's birthday in a way, because the first one was the, 50th celebration of the start of Tombstone?
Yes, and even more important, it was the first Helldorado was during the Depression. It actually was on Black Friday, was the first Helldorado that was ever held. They were trying to keep the county seat here in Tombstone, and unfortunately it didn't end up working out that way, and so it moved to Bisbee. But we now have this large event, and we've been doing it since 1929.
And a pretty good crowd here today, even though it's a bit windy. But the wind is going to calm down tomorrow.
I know, you've been so good to us. The weather it's blowy, yes, but it's cool. It has been very warm for us down here because we're usually much cooler than Tucson, but wow, it has been a long summer, and thank you for bringing us fall. We appreciate it.
We're going to do our best, if not for just one weekend here in Tombstone. And you've got a big parade coming up.
We do on Sunday, starting at 11 o'clock. We have our world famous Tombstone Helldorado parade. It goes on for over an hour, and it is just a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Thank you, Kathy. I really
It's my
appreciate
pleasure.
you taking the time to speak with us today. And one of the things you definitely want to put on that must-see list if you do come to Tombstone for Helldorado Days is the world's largest rose tree. Might be the only not-so-windy place today, but certainly beautiful any time of the year. We'll check back in with you in just a bit.
Yeah, they did. And I'm Dan Maries. Coming up shortly, I'm going to show you some treasures from here in Tombstone that you can get for yourself, and they highlight the rich cultural heritage of this area way before Tombstone was ever even thought of. But first, we're going to take a look at our top stories.
It is a First Alert Action Day because of the wind. Valerie, I don't know if you know this, but Helldorado Days is the longest running event in southern Arizona. Folks here knocking a little bit of wind and dust, holding back from celebrating what is essentially Tombstone's birthday. But yes, you do want to know if you're headed down here, give yourself some extra time because we do have the wind advisory. It's kicking up a lot of dust, too. We've got a blowing dust advisory and a dust storm warning, pretty much covering a good majority of southern Arizona all the way through 5 o'clock. As we head through the course of the evening, temperatures are going to cool down to the point of freezing for the Gila River Valley area, Sulphur Springs area. We're talking Wilcox, Bowie, up through the Safford area. So that is where you want to make sure you're taking necessary precautions to protect people, pets, plants, and pipes. So we'll go from a First Alert Action Day to a First Alert Action Night. I think I call that some weather whiplash. And our overnight lows in the Tucson area still quite chilly, but not freezing. 49 degrees. In Wilcox, 34. You're under that freeze warning. Tombstone, 40 degrees. Oro Valley and Marana both in the upper 40s. We're going to check back in with you in just a little bit. Valerie, definitely have to hold on to your hat today.
if this was a live interview or not. Is this for a prop? And I mean, before Tombstone, obviously, native tribes lived around here, right?
Well, yeah, you had the coach. You know.
Oh yeah, strong.
The
Yep.
Apaches and, yeah, absolutely.
I'm Dan Mars reporting live in Tombstone from Helldorado days, and coming up right after the break, we're going to get a little history lesson. I do. I'm here with Adam Klein, owner of Arlene's, And he's got 2 locations here. You can see also the on the front of our desk here, but right here at Allen Street and 4th Street. And Adam, you've had Arlene's for quite a few years, since 1978, and a family-owned business.
That's correct. Yeah, we've been here. This will be our 47th Helldorado. We're very excited, and we always look forward to it this time of year.
Now, Helldorado Days, for the people who want to come out and enjoy it, get a little history lesson, it's also a nice economic boost for all the businesses who are involved.
Absolutely. It kind of kicks off the tourist season. We look forward to the winter, but Helldorado kind of kicks things off. And we love to see everybody.
And Arlene, started by your parents. You started working there as a kid, moved away, came back, and Here you are back in your town.
Exactly. And I love doing it, and I love seeing all the people all the time, and just the people come back every year for Helldorado. It's great to see old friends.
And so give us a little bit of a history lesson here, because you've got some beautiful pieces of work here.
Yeah, so
I want to break that.
That's okay. So in Arlene Southwest Trading, we have a lot of Native American made items, and this is a great example of a wedding vase, which you'd see in the traditional ceremony. This is happens to be made by a Zuni artisan, and then we also have here a superb example of Acoma pottery, the way they hand paint everything and the way it's very geometric. And they've been doing this for hundreds of years.
This is a gorgeous piece right here. I really love. And so, if somebody wanted to get something like this, what would you use that for?
It's decorative. You don't put any water in it. You don't put any plants, but it looks beautiful up on the shelf or in your curio cabinet or whatever.
And this is neat too. The bride would drink from one side, the groom from the other.
Absolutely. And you'll see wedding vases in all different shapes and sizes, but as long as they've got the 2 spouts and a handle, you got a wedding vase.
And before Tombstone, a lot of native tribes lived around here, so you're getting to showcase their culture as well.
They were here long before we got here.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, do you have different tribes and different artists?
Yeah, we have many different tribes, most of them from New Mexico, and of course we have Navajo, which encompasses Arizona and the Four Corners, but lots of New Mexico artisans as well as Arizona artisans.
Right on. And what do you love most about Helldorado Days?
I love the people, and I love the history, and it's a great celebration of Tombstone. This is where I'm from, this is where my businesses are, and it's just super to be here.
Well, I love being here because as you're standing here, people coming by saying hi, Adam, the mayor was here, everybody saying hi, mayor. It's just got that nice small town feel.
It does, and everybody knows everybody, and it's still the way it's always been. It's everybody works together.
Right on. Well, Adam, thank you so much, and thank you for being here and showcasing your works of art. That's Arlene's, right behind us, right here on Allen Street and 4th Street, so swing on by, say hi to Adam and Jen. She's over here behind the camera. But we're going to be continuing to bring you these live shots from Helldorado Days. It's the 95th annual, all throughout the afternoon. Valerie will send, actually, we're going to go to Aaron now. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen joining us now on this First Alert Action Day. And Aaron, I'll tell you what, I have not had to hold on to my hat like I thought we would. The wind seems to calm down just a bit.
Maybe where you're at, it's a little bit breezy here, but we have kind of taken a step off of the beaten path, if you will. We are at Johnny Ringo's Bar, and it's really not far from Allen Street, but it's Allen and 10th Street. Johnny Ringo, not a nice guy, but this is a great place to have some lunch or dinner. We want to give you a look at the forecast because you know what? You might want to step inside some place in order to get away from some of that wind as we head through the course of the evening. If you are coming down to Tombstone, give yourself some extra time on the roads. The blowing dust abounds, so you might need to kind of pull over and wait things out just a bit. But there is a 40% chance some rain will help to settle some of that dust. And also, bring your jacket, bring your sweatshirt. You haven't heard me say that in quite some time. We will dip to 40 degrees here tonight. And by the way, check out that nearly full moon. It rises at 6:37. It was officially full last night, but it'll look fantastic rising over Allen Street. And chilly mornings for us. Tucson tomorrow at 49, 48 Sunday morning. Wilcox, you're part of that freeze warning, so you will be in the 30s. Douglas in the low 40s, both tomorrow and Sunday mornings, and Nogales in the mid 40s as well. If you're sticking around Tombstone tomorrow, 72 sweet degrees. That's 9 degrees below normal, even for Tombstone. With mostly sunny skies, it'll still be a little breezy at times, but the wind won't be nearly as strong as what we've been contending with here today. But do try to get out and about and enjoy what will be the coolest weekend since April. Get this, Southern Arizona, Tucson warming to 75 tomorrow. That will be the coolest high temperature in 175 days. And then for our Sunday, warming to 80, mostly sunny both weekend days. For the rest of Southern Arizona, Wilcox, you'll be at 70 tomorrow, 76 Sunday. Safford, low 70s for your Saturday, Sunday at 77. Douglas, 79 for your Sunday. It is a pretty potent storm system, no doubt, that's bringing us this dramatic drop in temps and all of this wind, and just a tiny little chance for rain. Tucson's best chance is just about at 30% now through the overnight. Benson and Tombstone at 40%. Here's a look at that 13 first alert 7-day forecast, up to 80 for our Sunday, 90 Monday, mid-90s Tuesday, and would you believe it, we will be toying with 100 and record heat once again the second half of next work week. So try to come down to Helldorado Days here in Tombstone and enjoy this fall-like weekend.
We gotta fit the error, right? Ooh, I like this shirt. What do you think? It's a good looking shirt. I like the design. The vest would be cool.
I like the fringes.
Ooh, I like, oh look.
Anything with fringe.
We'll match.
Ooh.
Red on red.
Nice.
And look at that, a vest. Just some gunshots at Tombstone. Nothing, not a big deal. All right, what are you gonna pick? I picked mine. This is what I'm gonna go with. Oh, I love the hat. Nice.
Do you think it'll stay on in the wind?
No.
Do you want to sit? Can you sit here? So I can hear you because I got an IFB in that ear. So it kind of renders me deaf from. Okay, I'm going to do a digital interview right now, so I'm taking you out of my ear. I got to be closer to you. All right.
I can scoot your way too.
Nope, you're fine. You're fine. All right. Can I go? Can I start?
Anytime.
Okay. Well, we've decided to kick our feet up for a little bit of a break here with all of our Helldorado Days coverage. We are now in Johnny Ringo's bar. This, by the way, is at Allen and 10th Street, so you're not going to find it directly on Allen, but trust me, it is worth the, 10 steps off of Allen Street to get here. We're talking live bands all weekend long, and Melinda Schmidt is the bartender here, and this place has been in your family for quite some time.
Yep, forever, pretty much. I think they opened, it's been almost 37 years, Johnny Ringo's.
Okay.
But yes, definitely family friendly, food all weekend, entertainment, everything you can get. best pizza. It's definitely away, so you do have to walk up a little bit, but you will enjoy that walk and the atmosphere when you get here.
And you've got bands this weekend. What time do they start?
So Saturday, both Friday tonight and tomorrow will be 8 p.m. Depending on how busy it is tonight, I don't know when they're going to stop. Tomorrow it's from 8 to 1. They'll be playing a band. Kitchen is open until at least last call at 2 a.m. So.
And you said that the one thing everyone's got to try when they come here?
The pizza, probably.
Pizza.
Yeah, the best pizza. Yeah. I think people come everywhere for the pizza. But we do have lots of other food available all weekend and pretty much all night.
And I like all the Halloween, that nice added touch. That's my favorite. I love it. And then I understand that you guys also have some pool tournaments here generally.
Yep, 3 days a week now. We have pool tournaments, leagues going. It definitely has brought in more people from supporting cities into our area, people that aren't normally here. And it's great to see. So we're hoping to extend that. We'll probably get more pole players and just keep going. So.
And I was kind of creeping on your Facebook page a little bit, and I saw an announcement that you guys said you have a, quote, incredible experience for Sunday. Tell me about that.
So Sunday is...
I obviously caught you off guard there. Sorry.
It's funny because my oldest daughter is actually a part of the FFA here at Tombstone High School. So the chapter of FFA and also FCLA, which is the culinary kids at Tombstone High School, they are actually doing a pancake breakfast here from 8 to 12 in the Depot Steakhouse right next door. So it's a part of the bar. All donations go to the high school for the proceeds. The kids make the food, the kids serve it, the kids clean it, they do everything. And that is something that the school has brought into the younger generations in our town that were never available.
Perfect.
As being a graduate of Tombstone High School, because that wasn't there when I was there.
Melinda, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Stop by Johnny Ringo's Bar if you have an opportunity. You want to grab some grub. They've got live bands, again, at Allen and 10th Street. That I am, Brooke. That I am. Hey, I first want to give a shout out to Marty Stout at Vintage Cowgirls and Cowboys. She helped us with our wonderful outfits here today. So thank you very much. Here's a look at the 13 First Alert 7-day forecast. As we head through the weekend, it will be the coolest one we've had across southern Arizona since April. So try to get out and enjoy it. The wind won't be nearly as strong tomorrow as what it is today, but we are going to start off on a chilly note. That freeze warning in effect for parts of southern Arizona tonight and again tomorrow night. So, Valerie, that's going to wrap it up here for us, but we'll join you in the next hour live from Tombstone.
We gotta fit the error, right? Ooh, I like this shirt. What do you think? It's a good looking shirt. I like the design.
Looks good.
A vest would be cool.
I like the fringes.
Ooh, I like. Oh, look.
Anything with fringe.
We'll match.
Ooh.
Red on red.
Nice.
And look at that, a vest. Just some gunshots at Tombstone. Nothing, not a big deal. All right, what are you gonna pick? I picked mine. This is what I'm gonna go with. Oh, I love the hat. Nice.
Do you think it'll stay on in the wind?
No. Hold on to your hat, Aaron.
Yeah. I like the hat though.
I do too. Matches. There's gold in them there hills. And I'm Dan Mars. There's gold in them there hills. Coming up later on from Tombstone, we're going to be talking about the Good Enough Mine, and we're also going to be talking about the Boot Hill Cemetery. That's all coming up in this hour.
One out. Thanks, Brooke. Yes, I am. Now, I've got some good news. Here's the deal with this cold front moving through. Ahead of it is the wind. That's what we're experiencing right now across southern Arizona. As the front itself moves through, a few areas are going to pick up some rain, and then behind it, the wind dies down and that cooler air settles in. That's a welcome change for a lot of folks. So if we can get through this windy period today, then we're going to be rewarded with the cooler air on the way. But in the meantime, we do have that first alert action day because of the wind advisory for lower elevations of Greenlee, Graham, and Cochise counties. But hey, I know those gusts are still quite elevated across eastern Pima County as well. But as we head through the night, we have another first alert action night, but not because of the wind. That will die down, but that will set the stage for near freezing conditions across the upper Gila River Valley and the Sulphur Springs Valley areas. This includes Wilcox as well as Bowie into the Safford area, Clifton as well. That's where temperatures are going to come close to freezing for the first time this year. So make sure you are protecting people, pets, plants, and pipes. Our lows elsewhere in Tucson about 49 degrees, Wilcox at 34, close to freezing, Oro Valley in the upper 40s, Marana at 48, and if you're coming down here for Helldorado days in Tombstone, 40 tonight. Coming up in just a little bit, we're going to take you to the spot of the most famous gunfight in the world.
After the break, we're going to talk. Coming up, I'm Dan Mars, live in Tombstone. Coming up right after the break, we're going to talk to the Dan Mars live in Tombstone for Helldorado Days coming up. I'm Dan Mars, live in Tombstone for Helldorado Days, coming up right after the break. The whole reason this town even exists.
I don't know what's wrong with what we're wearing.
Yeah, we gotta fit the era, right? Ooh, I like this shirt. What do you think? It's a good looking shirt. I like the design.
Looks good.
The vest would be cool.
I like the fringes.
Ooh, I like. Oh, look.
Anything with fringe.
Will match.
Ooh.
Red on red.
Nice.
And look at that, a vest. Just some gunshots at Tombstone. Nothing, not a big deal. All right, what are you gonna pick? I picked mine. You know what? That's what a good fitting hat will do for you, Brooke. You know, we're next to a building. We're actually next to the old hospital. It's the Tombstone Visitor Center now, so we got a nice block for the win. But I'm very excited for this interview. This is going to be Robert Davenport. He's the general manager of the Good Enough Mine. And, you know, without mining, Tombstone wouldn't be here, would it?
Not at all. Ed Shefflin found silver here in 1877. When they assayed the silver, it came back at $1,800 to the ton. And Ed said, well, that's good enough for me. And that's how we got the Good Enough Mine. And that's what started Tombstone, started the whole rush was the silver.
And so at the height of the day, when they were getting all that silver out, how much bigger was Tombstone back then?
Oh, it was huge, you know, especially for the day. We estimate between 6,000 to 7,000 people. Wow. You know, you could get fresh lobster in here back in the day. That's what they say. Wow. So it was pretty amazing.
Yeah. And so now the Good Enough Mine is still open. People can go take a tour. I did it a few years ago. You actually were my tour guide, and it's fascinating. I love going underground.
It's beautiful down there. You know, it's great big. It's all lit up. And when we take you down there, you'll see how they mined back in the day. It was all done by hand and candlelight. It was mined in 1877 all the way through 1898. 1898, it closed down. That's before the hard hat was invented and before the carbide lantern. So everything was done with a 4-pound sledge, a drill steel, and candlelight.
So knowing what you know about mining, when you think about those old days, what do you think about?
I'm lazy. We're all spoiled and lazy.
It was hard work.
Sure. It was very hard work.
Back-breaking.
Well, they carried the ore out, 70 to 100-pound bags on their back. You know, and I've tried it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And in addition to the mine, you can actually have dinner down there.
Yes, I have another mine, the Tough Nut Mine, which we put in the only dinner theater in a mine in the world. And in that mine, it's a true 1800s experience. Wow. We take you through 3/4 of a mile of tunnels, then you're in a room longer than a football field. Ceiling's 30 feet high, so there's no way you're going to be claustrophobic in there. It's beautiful. And you sit on replica dynamite crates, your tables are powder kegs. Your food is delivered from a head frame up on the surface in an ore bucket. You get a miner's meal, chili, cornbread, and cobbler. And we do that twice a month. You can see it online at goodenoughsilvermine.com.
Goodenoughsilvermine.com. Well, Robert, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good to see you again.
All right, you too. All right, what a fun experience that would be. I definitely got to put that on my bucket list. Well, let's toss it over now to Erin. She's somewhere down the street on Allen Street. And Erin, yeah, not a bad day here in Tombstone.
Not at all, Dan. I'm at Shefflin Park under the newly remodeled gazebo here, by the way. Lots of weddings been going on, and we've got Michael. He's playing some music for us, beautiful background music. And this is what you can expect if you're headed down tonight. Bundle up, grab a jacket or a sweatshirt. It's going to be a little chilly in Tombstone, 40 degrees. I think a lot of folks might be coming here just for that. But, of course, sticking around for Helldorado days, there is a 40% chance. You'll want the umbrella as well, as we do have that front moving through. Some chilly mornings ahead of us. Tucson tomorrow, 49, 48. Sunday morning, Safford, you'll be in the low 40s both mornings. Nogales in the mid-40s. Douglas in the mid-40s as well. Wilcox, you'll be closer to the freezing mark. Tombstone tomorrow, though, lots of sun. Still a little breezy, but not nearly as windy as what we're dealing with today, with a high of 72. For the coolest weekend since April, I hope you are ready. Southern Arizona, soak it up. 75 tomorrow in Tucson and 80 for our Sunday, both well below normal. Our highs across the rest of southern Arizona, you'll be enjoying 70 tomorrow in Wilcox, 76 on Sunday, Safford at 72, Sunday at 77, Nogales in the low 70s tomorrow, but upper 70s for your Sunday. Pretty potent storm system moving through. As I mentioned earlier, we're dealing with the wind ahead of the front now. Once it passes by, that cool air will settle in, and that will start to move in as early as tonight and through the course of the weekend. Our best chance for rain in Tucson from now through tomorrow morning, 30%. Benson and Tombstone at 40%. Sierra Vista and Bisbee at about 30%. Here's that 13th First Alert 7-day forecast. Enjoy this cool weekend. We warm back up to near record levels the end of next week. In just a bit, we're going to take you over to the OK Corral.
We gotta fit the air, right? Ooh, I like this shirt. What do you think? It's a good looking shirt. I like the design.
Looks good.
The vest would be cool.
I like the fringes.
Ooh, I like. Oh, look.
Anything with fringe.
Will match.
Ooh.
Red on red.
Nice.
And look at that, a vest. Just some gunshots at Tombstone. Nothing, not a big deal. All right, what are you gonna pick? I picked mine. This is what I'm gonna go with. Oh, I love the hat. Nice.
Do you think it'll stay on in the wind?
No. Hold on to your hat, Aaron.
Yeah. Right. I like the hat though.
I do too. Matches perfectly
Got
with
the
that.
purple.
I like it.
This is Maine weather. Welcome back to Helldorado Days. We are at the OK Corral in the spot of what is arguably, Brooke, the most famous gunfight in America and in the Western U.S. at the very least. Of course, the fight took place October 26th, 1881, so we're talking 143 years ago. Shootout only lasted about 30 seconds, but that was enough for it to make history. They've got all kinds of shows that are going to be happening here this weekend, as many shows also in the street. In just a few minutes, we're going to be talking with Kyle, one of the directors. He's going to tell us about what is going on here as we head through the Helldorado weekend. It is the 95th annual Helldorado Days, 3 days of gunfight, reenactments, fashion shows, bull riding. There's even a big parade on Sunday. The action starts each day at 10 o'clock, wraps up right around 4. And it's essentially Tombstone's birthday. In other words, the longest running event in southern Arizona. It started in 1929 to celebrate the town's 50th. It was founded in 1879, of course, and it continues to this day. We're joined now by Kyle. He is the show director.
I am.
What you got going on this weekend?
Well, this weekend here, this is Helldorado. This is the biggest weekend for Tombstone there is. We are putting on shows all day long. We've got shows in the streets. Of course, we're the OK Corral. We're the most famous gunfight worldwide.
Right.
But yeah, we'd love to have you. Lots of going on out here this weekend. If you ever saw the movie Tombstone, this is the real place. This is where it happened. If you saw the movie Titanic, we're nothing like that, but we got shows here.
And a stand-up comic at that.
That's it.
Awesome. Kyle, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with us. We'll be back in just a second, Brooke.
I'm Dan Mars in Tucson. The DeLorean. How you guys doing? I'm doing. I get to be. Not a bad day at work. Oh. It would be perfect for that. Howdy, Brooke, and I'm Dan Maries reporting live in Tombstone for Helldorado Days. Coming up, we're going to be talking about some of the permanent residents here in the town, too tough to die. But we'll toss it back to Brooke with today's top stories.
Okay.
The first, we'll use this as like a backdrop.
Just in time for Halloween. Just in time for Halloween. How you doing? Doing well, thanks.
And then you can go into the, because that's
We're gonna have to be talking. I'm Dan Mari's live in Tombstone from Helldorado Days coming up right after the break. Just in time for Halloween, we're talking about the Boot Hill Graveyard. Yeah, it's been a fantastic day, Brooke, and the wind actually just kind of kicked up, so we're, dusty Tombstone. It's part of the experience, right? We are here for the 95th annual Helldorado Days, and joining me now is Wayne Sorensen, the manager of the Boot Hill Graveyard. A lot of history there. Some of the permanent residents, you like to say, of Tombstone out there. But just tell me about the excitement of Helldorado Days every year.
Well, that's the day that we get a lot of people in here. It's our biggest event of the year. It's been going on since the 20s, I think. I don't know. I believe it's the second longest running event, other than the Academy Awards, and they started about 3 months before it.
Barely beat you.
Just barely, yes.
Well, Boot Hill Graveyard, it's got a lot of history as well, and it's got its own little following. Tell us about the history of Boot Hill.
Well, basically, in about the 1920s, the graveyard was a dump. I mean, it was basically a dump. They brought in people, they cleaned it up, and it was about that time that they gave it the name Boot Hill, because Dodge City was bringing tourists in, and so we decided to do it. And that's the first time it was ever called Boot Hill. Before that, it was just the cemetery, Tombstone Cemetery.
Tombstone Cemetery. Now, you've got a new event coming up.
Yes. We're going to do a deal that's brand new. It'll come up, I don't know exactly when it's going to start, but we will be allowing people, not just the ghost hunters. We used to let ghost hunters come in and do their thing, and we still do that. Yeah. But now we're going to let individuals come in. They pay a little fee. They can be out there for a couple hours, do whatever they want, see what they can find on their little boxes.
Yeah, those little beep, beep, beep.
And it can be interesting. It can be interesting. I can give you a personal account of it.
Yeah.
I have just a little bitty app on my phone, and I'm sitting in a gift shop one day, and I turned it on, and it came up: rage, bed, flow, bottom. Those were the first 4 words, all individually.
Wow.
Okay? And I'm sitting there going, what does that mean? What does that mean? The next word came up, Brady. And that's the Brady brothers that were drowned in the San Pedro River. 2 brothers, one trying to save the other. We don't know which one. Wow. But they
spirits are here.
They get a lot of readings.
Wow. And you've had national ghost hunters visit Boot Hill.
Oh, yeah. United Kingdom and all over. Yeah.
Well, Wayne, thank you so much. So if you're coming down to Helldorado Days, make sure you swing by and say hi to Wayne at the Boot Hill Graveyard. And it's just going to be a fantastic weekend. So much to do here. So let's get that weekend forecast from First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen on this First Alert Action Day, thanks to all this wind. Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Dan. Yes, we do have that wind advisory. That is set to expire, though, at about 6 o'clock. Then the freeze warning takes over. And we are anticipating the chance for rain here in Tombstone tonight at 40%. And we're seeing some of the dark clouds moving in right now along with that wind. The good news is if you can make it through the wind, you'll be rewarded with the cooler air this weekend. So in the Tombstone area tonight, we're talking 40 degrees for a low. With that 40% chance, you run into a few spotty showers. Hey, check out that full moon, or nearly full, as it rises at 6:37 over Allen Street, too. Some chilly mornings ahead for us. Tucson in the upper 40s this weekend. Wilcox, you're under that freeze warning, so closer to 32 degrees for you. Douglas in the low 40s both Saturday and Sunday morning. Nogales in the mid 40s, and Safford in the low 40s this weekend to start your Saturday and Sunday. If you're headed to Tombstone tomorrow for Helldorado Days, you might want some sunscreen, although it's going to feel cooler. 72 degrees, but mostly sunny. Still a little breezy at times, but not nearly like what we've had today. But do get out and about, as we are going to have the coolest weekend since April in southern Arizona. For Tucson, that means 75 degrees tomorrow. Believe it or not, that's the coolest high temperature we will have recorded in 175 days. And then Sunday, we do warm up just a bit with a high of 80. How about for the rest of southern Arizona? Ajo, 77 tomorrow, 82 Sunday. Douglas, mid-70s Saturday, 79 Sunday. Wilcox, 70 degrees for those of you headed to Apple Annie's, 76 on Sunday. Pretty strong system dipping pretty far to the south. That is responsible for our wind. Probably a lot more sizzle than steak, if you will, as far as our rain is concerned. We've got a slim chance for rain as just the tail end of this front swings through southern Arizona. For Tucson, our best last opportunity now through overnight at 30%. Benson and Tombstone at 40%. Sierra Vista, Bisbee, and Green Valley also at 30%. Here's a look at that 13 First Alert 7-day forecast. Enjoy this cool air while we have it. Monday, 90, 95 Tuesday, and the second half of next work week. Oh, say it ain't so. We'll be flirting with 100 degrees once again. Coming up, we're going to talk with the owner of the Shootout Arena, where they're bracing for 2 nights of bull riding. Not right away, though. Gotta put the super up. Stand by. We are standing smack dab in the middle of the Shootout Arena. Sometimes people come down to Tombstone. They just stay on Allen Street. I encourage you, if you're coming here for Helldorado Days this weekend, to come to the Shootout Arena. Joining us now is the owner, Robbie Yunt. And tell us about what you got going on here this weekend.
Yeah, we have 2 nights of bull riding, tonight, which is Friday night, and then tomorrow night, and it starts at 7 p.m. Gates open at 5, and we have a pre-show at 6, and we have all kinds of entertainment that goes along with the bull riding. We have Daniel Castro. He's a Charo trick roper. He'll be here tonight and tomorrow, and he's just fantastic to watch. And we have a race for a championship because we have a full year series that we do, and there's 2 guys that are battling it out for the championship, and this is a big weekend for them. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun, and it's family friendly. We do a boot race for the kids during the event, and lots of intermissions, and yeah, it's just a great time.
And I mean, crazy guess here, but bull riders probably don't mind a little bit of dust.
No, they don't mind a little bit of dust, but I don't know. You'd be surprised. Some of them dress pretty fancy and have starch clothes. No, they don't mind a little dust, but yeah, you know, with rodeo and bull riding, the weather's just part of it. We don't really cancel for rain or anything like that, so that's just, you know, kind of the way it goes. But
well, he put in his order, by the way, during the break for not as much wind tomorrow, sunny skies, and I think you said a high of 72. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. So, and you know, the weather has cooled off, and it's usually a little cooler down in this area in Tombstone versus Tucson and Phoenix. So the weather should be great this weekend. So we encourage people to come out. It's a big weekend for Tombstone altogether, not just us, but, you know, Helldorado weekend's a big weekend for Tombstone. So it's a lot of fun, and it's fun for the whole family. Bring your kids, you know, and it's just it's a great time.
Well, thank you. We certainly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you've got a lot going on, and a beautiful arena here, and can't wait to come back. I'll be back this weekend.
All right. Thank you, and we hope to see you guys.
And we will be back in just a little bit.
Forward.
rather pull my gun anyway.
Like, I'll just play dumb.
Give him a thrill.
Just gonna wing it, right? Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever happens, happens.
As opposed to what we're used to doing, we're supposed to look at the camera or no?
Yeah, just look at the camera.
Okay.
Everyone look at the camera.
Here we go.
Sneak it out there.
And I'm Dan Mars reporting live from Tombstone, Helldorado days. I got some new friends, I think. Oh, sorry. They're telling me to stand by now. Okay, let's try it again. That was just a take.
Yeah.
That was a practice take. Here we go. And I'm Dan Mars reporting live in Tombstone for Helldorado days, and meet my new friends, I think. We got much more coming up from Helldorado days, but I'll toss it back to you, Valerie, for today's top stories.
Dust storm warning, blowing dust advisory, freeze warning. Stand by. It is, Valerie. That's perfect. And I've been doing a little bit of that today. Kind of in a lull at the moment, but the wind is coming and going. Here's the good news, though. The wind is ahead of the cold front. When the front moves through, if we're going to pick up any rain, that's when it'll happen. And then we'll be on the backside of it with the cooler air moving in. That's what a lot of folks are certainly waiting for. But in the meantime, we've got some blowing dust in the air. Of course, we've got that wind advisory that continues through 6 o'clock. So if you are headed down to Tombstone this evening, give yourself a little extra time on the road because you might need to pull over and kind of wait things out for that dust to clear. And some of those actions you want to take in addition to that, make sure you've got all those lightweight items secure in your yard, and those high-profile vehicles, too, also impacted by that wind. We'll go straight from the wind advisory to a first alert action night with that freeze warning for the Sulphur Springs Valley and Upper Gila River Valley areas. So this impacts Wilcox, Bowie, Safford, and Clifton, where you want to make sure you're protecting people, pets, plants, and pipes. We're going to check back in with you in just a little bit on Allen Street for Helldorado Days.
Yes, she's here. Hey, if you stand right there, we're going to... I'm Dan Maries, live in Tombstone, Helldorado Days, coming up right after the break, where you can watch a really fun parade. All the details next. Yeah. Me? Rebecca? Seconds left in break.
Pretty quick. They're waiting on me right now. But I got some important business here too. Just got to set priorities.
What's he got to go do with the restaurants? Oh.
He's got the Grand Marshals.
Oh. Yes.
When you guys finish, you'll toss to break.
I'm tossing the break?
Yeah. Aaron's
No weather.
At the end of the interview, so the two of you can toss to break.
Me and Aaron? Aaron and me?
I think Dusty wants to say that
And you can tease that you'll
Okay.
have weather coming up.
So what's our TRT? Like we have 2-3 minutes?
And then he's
Yeah.
got something he wants to say.
Okay. So we'll have to, we only have like a minute or, okay.
We'll be quick. Oh, you guys are? Yeah, we're cut it. Parade time.
And the gun, the,
8 gunfighting. Yep, every 15 minutes. Beard and mustache contest.
okay.
Well, but this weekend was War of the Renegades. War of the Renegades this weekend.
It's so good.
Where the lost long children from Texas. Yeah, but right now you're standing next to me, you're a War of the Renegades.
Valerie, every time you come to Tombstone, you make new friends, just like I have here. It's the 95th annual Helldorado Days, the town too tough to die, and we're having a blast out here all day long. This is going to go on throughout the weekend. Rebecca Larson with the City of Tombstone joining me now, and also a big player in the Helldorado Days, and of course the parade coming up on Sunday.
Yes, Dan, thank you so much for having me. The parade starts at 11 o'clock on Sunday. It's our 95th annual Helldorado Parade. We've got staging that starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then after that, we've got gunfights going on.
Every 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes, all weekend long.
Right on. And what's neat too is there's so many people involved. This is really a citywide event.
It is a citywide event, and it's close to our heart. So
Right on.
we love bringing people to Tombstone. And I don't know, Dan, I thought that maybe Sunday, it looks like after the parade, we can sign up for the beard and mustache contest. What do you say?
You and me?
Yeah.
I'm going to not say a word on that. Well, thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it. And what time do things get started tomorrow?
Things will get started around 10 a.m.
10 a.m. All day is tomorrow and Sunday.
Gunfights every 15
All
minutes.
right. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate it. Nice work. It's been a fun day today. We really appreciate it.
We're glad to have you out.
Thank you. Well, I also got Aaron Christensen and Mayor Dusty, the mayor of Tombstone, Arizona. And it's been a pretty nice day overall, but a little windy, Aaron.
I think so. I brought the dust
It
just
has
for
been
the
windy,
mayor.
but I got to tell you guys, you're always coming to Tombstone, and I think it's only appropriate that you would be a citizen of Tombstone.
Oh, my goodness.
Did not know this was coming. An honorary citizen.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Mayor.
Okay, you bet.
That is really cool, Mayor. Thank you.
Oh, what an honor, Dan.
Thank you. Taxes are not too bad.
Taxes aren't too bad.
You know what? You may have just bought your ticket to some nicer weather. How about I dial back the wind tomorrow and bring you 72 degrees?
72 degrees would be
Nice.
great.
Mayor, thank you very much.
I always enjoy having you folks down.
Thank
We
you.
enjoy being here, Mayor. Thank you.
Now I got to go over the Rose Tree.
You got some work to do. He's got to go be a mayor. All right. Well, fun times, huh?
It is. I love it here.
All right. Reporting live from Tombstone, Dan and Aaron. We'll toss it back to you. And
Is it right now? Is it 5:50-ish? Welcome back. We are live in Tombstone on Allen Street for Helldorado Days. And I tell you what, a little bit of wind, a little bit of dust is not going to slow down anybody here in the town this weekend. And that wind is going to be dying down pretty quickly. The wind advisory set to expire at 6 o'clock, but then we have some pretty chilly temps that move in on the backside of the cold front, bringing us all this wind. So if you are headed to Tombstone or just out and about this weekend, you might want to have a jacket or sweatshirt handy. That's something you haven't heard me say in quite some time. We will be chilly in Tombstone, 40 degrees tonight, still a slim 30 to 40% chance for a few showers. And by the way, watch for that moon to rise at 6:37 tonight. It was officially full last night, but it's still going to look big and bright again tonight, especially as it rises over Allen Street. And chilly mornings as we head through southern Arizona. Wilcox, you're under that freeze warning. You'll be in the 30s tomorrow as well as Sunday morning. Tucson, brace for 49 to start your day tomorrow. Nogales in the low to mid 40s. Safford in the low 40s. But if you're headed to Hannigan Meadow, oh my, in the 20s there. Tombstone tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 72 degrees. Still a little breezy, but nothing like what we've been feeling today, that's for sure. Do try to get out and about and enjoy the cool weekend. It'll be the coolest we have had since April. Tucson, are you ready for a high of just 75 tomorrow? How about 80 for your Sunday? Mostly sunny skies. The rest of southern Arizona, Nogales, you'll enjoy 72 tomorrow, 78 Sunday. Douglas in the mid-70s for your Saturday. Wilcox, maybe you're headed to Abilene, 70 degrees there tomorrow, 76 Sunday. And Safford, 72 for your Saturday. Here's a look at that storm system as we put it into motion, swinging through Arizona, responsible for all the wind and the dust we've been feeling. But once that moves through, we'll have the cooler air on the backside of that front, and that will take over this weekend. Chance for rain quite slim in Tucson, now through overnight at 30%. The same for Sierra Vista, Bisbee, and Green Valley. Here's a look at that 13 first alert 7-day forecast. After the cool weekend, we start warming. 90 Monday, 95 Tuesday, and would you believe it, we'll be flirting with 100 with record heat again the second half of next work week. Hey, don't go anywhere. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we are going to take you to what is known as the most haunted place in Tombstone. We'll see you there.
right? Ooh, I like this shirt. What do you think? It's a good looking shirt. I like the design.
Looks good.
A vest would be cool.
I like the fringes.
Ooh, I like. Oh, look.
Anything with fringe.
We'll match.
Ooh.
Red on red.
Nice.
And look at that, a vest. Just some gunshots at Tombstone. Nothing, not a big deal. All right, what are you gonna pick? I picked mine. This is what I'm gonna go with. Oh, I love the hat. Nice.
Do you think it'll stay on in the wind?
No. Hold on to your hat, Aaron.
Yeah. Right. I like the hat though.
I do too. Matches perfectly
Got
with
the
that.
purple
I like it.
and sleeves because it's cool.
There
so
you
this
go.
will be nice and warm for us.
I like
Yay.
it. Perfect match. All right. Let's get to work.
I always enjoy seeing that.
I know. You remind me.
And you put next time when you Okay,
Nice
Dan.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, do you spell that with a C or a K?
C-U-R. C-U-R. C-U-R.
My dad. So it's the three of you guys.
Yeah.
So we got Patrick, Curtis, and Mark.
Yep.
Gotcha. And I've got your questions here. So, do we want to do like a? Are we recording yet, or is this going to be edited later? I just know if I want to do like an intro or just do interviews. Let's see, Patrick Rail and the.
We'll do an intro and then we'll
Okay. All right. So Patrick Grill and 357 band.
Yep.
All right. I want to stand in front of Mark.
I always say Patrick Grill and the 357 band.
Oh, you don't say 357.
Well, I say 357.
The gun.
That's good. Yeah.
So the 357.
Yeah.
It's part of the digital show.
Okay. Well, I'm Dan Mars reporting from Helldorado Days in Tombstone, Arizona. And we have the Patrick Rail and the 357 band. We got Patrick, Curtis, and Mark. And Patrick, tell me about your band.
Well, as you know, it's Patrick Rail and the 357 band. We are retired military veterans. Mark here did 20 years United States Air Force. Curtis did 23 years United States Army. And I did 21 years United States Marine Corps. And we're just veterans. We got together about 6 years ago, started playing, and we've had a good time ever since then.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And we came up with the name 357 because of birthdays. Our former bass player was born December 3rd. Curtis was December the 5th, and I was December the 7th. So we figured it was fitting to add that to the name. And since Mark's joined the crew, he was born December 30th, so we decided to keep it.
Well, you got all December still.
Yeah, we got it covered.
And where can listeners find your music?
Well, we have some originals. I have 4 originals that have been published, and they're out on all the major streaming sites like Amazon, iTunes, Google, Apple Play, all that stuff. You can find that out there. You can also find it on our website, which is patrickrail.com. That's RAYL. You can find it on our Facebook page and also on our Instagram, which is at PBR 357 band.
At PBR 357 band.
Yep.
All right, not to be confused with the other PBR.
Yes, it's Patrick Brennan Rail.
Right on. And what kind of genre music do you play?
We do country. We're mainly billed as a country act, but we do country, rock, and blues.
Country, rock, and blues. And what is it like to be playing in Tombstone during Helldorado days?
Helldorado. I've been playing Helldorado days here in Tombstone at Four Deuces for about 16 years now.
Wow.
Every Helldorado day. So it's we're booked here tonight and tomorrow. And if you don't have anything to do, come on down to Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die. They've got a lot of stuff going on. You got all these businesses here. You got all kinds of stuff to do out here in Tombstone.
So you'll be playing Saturday night here at the Four Deuces?
Yes, we're playing tonight 6 to 10, and we'll be playing tomorrow night, Saturday, 6 to 10 as well.
6 to 10, that's a long set.
No, we're hustlers. We like to hustle.
I love it. I'm sure the fans appreciate it, though, too.
Yes, and that's why we do it. We do it for the fans.
Yeah. And where can people find your schedule?
They can find our schedule, once again, on my website. That's patrickrail.com. They can also find it at PBR 357 Band on Instagram. They can also find it on Facebook, which is Patrick Rail and the 357 Band on Facebook. Right. Our schedule's all at all those locations.
Yep. And Curtis, what instrument do you play?
I'm the drummer.
The drummer? And Mark?
I play the bass.
The bass. All right. Well, guys, we really appreciate your time, and thanks so much. And I'll follow you. You got a new follower today. All right. All right. Yeah. Pleasure meeting you too. All right. Patrick Rail and the 357 Band right here at Helldorado Days.
I was like a celebrity for 15 minutes. Man. I told Dan, I go, hey, man.
loud and clear. Can you hear me okay? Zoom out slightly.
This is exactly where it's been for every show.
Okay, he says that's good.
Better be. Can't go back any further unless I.
Less than 1 minute. And I'm Dan. Thirty seconds. Show open. And I'm Dan Mares, live in Tombstone for the 95th annual Helldorado Days. It's going to be a weekend filled with fun events. I've got all the details coming up, but first, our top stories.
Okay,
It was showstopper. Okay, I don't know what's going on. 5.5 out for first weather. We are outside the bird cage.
me, that's for sure. Doesn't want to talk to you here. He doesn't want to. It's all seven months. Freaking monster.
Hey, puppy. You're handsome.
Okay. So funny, among all this, I have at times forgotten that moments down.
I know. I know. I'm like, who are we? What else is everybody working on?
Yeah. Like I get updates and keep changing. Like, it's true.
The ghosts are not waiting for us, so they're off on their tour.
Lost a couple of their lamps over here. Sitting on the ground.
Mic check, Aaron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One minute out. 30 out.
30 up.
Hi, Brooke. Yeah, absolutely. We were talking earlier this evening about how the wind is ahead of the front, and then after the front moves through, we start to transition to the cooler temps and not as much wind. And we're getting there. We're getting there. It's still pretty breezy, though, but you can feel that chill in the air getting set to settle in tonight. And that freeze warning, though, doesn't actually cover the Tombstone area, but it's still going to be quite chilly. We're talking mainly the upper Gila River Valley area, the Sulphur Springs area, so Wilcox, Bowie, into Safford, as well as Clifton. That is where temperatures are going to dip down to close to freezing tonight and potentially again tomorrow night. So this freeze warning is going to continue for 2 nights here, but still quite chilly even for the Tucson area, dipping down to 49 degrees. Wilcox at 34, Tombstone 40 degrees. We're talking Oro Valley and Marana in the upper 40s. So it's time to start thinking about digging out the frost cloths. If you live in that area with the freeze warning, make sure you're protecting people and pets. They have to be indoors on nights when it's this cold. Cover up those sensitive plants. Make sure those pipes are wrapped for the season. If you're coming to Tombstone for the Helldorado Days event this weekend, tomorrow, right around 3 o'clock, feeling 72 and sunny by Sunday, 77. Brooke, we are just outside one of the spots that's considered to be the most haunted in Tombstone, and coming up a little later, we're going to talk to one of the ghost hosts. Okay.
We got a weekend packed full of fun activities. Full of fun activities, including the parade on Sunday and an old-fashioned fashion show. And by the way, I'm in the presence of royalty. Details next. Oh, Brooke, it's been a fantastic day here in Tombstone. Allen Street right behind us. We are kicking off the 95th annual Helldorado Days. It's a step back in time into the town Too Tough to Die, and there are so many activities going on this weekend. And joining me now is Linda Daling from the Tombstone Vigilantes. Been there for, what, over 35 years?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I love being a vigilante.
A vigilante. I said vigilantes. That was the male version, the female version,
That's
the
our
vigilettes.
brothers. They're our brothers,
They're your
so
brothers.
no problem.
Thank you for the correction on that. She's a former teacher.
Yes, I am.
And had Renee Romo, our reporter.
That's right.
So let's talk about the vigilettes and the old-fashioned fashion show that you guys are going to be doing.
Yes. We are going to be in the parade Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and then later on in the day, about 2:30, that's when we're going to get together and have our fashion show right here on Allen Street.
All the action's on Allen Street.
All the action, everything happens.
So this is you're telling me this is an Edwardian type outfit. When would this have been worn?
This would have been about 1912, 1915.
Okay, so the Titanic era.
Titanic era.
Okay, so if you were on the Titanic and you wanted to dress up nice, you would put this on.
They would put something like this on, and they would have bigger hats.
Bigger hats, okay.
They would be almost twice this size with a bird on it.
With a bird.
Some of the birds actually lost their lives because they took off parts of birds and put on the hats.
Wait, they were real birds on the hat?
They were real birds.
And what was the purpose of that?
Oh, that's just for
Just
fashion.
fashion?
Just fashion.
Wow.
So
I
a
had
lot
no
of birds
idea.
went extinct over that.
Oh my gosh.
I just
had
have
no
a
idea.
plume.
Yes. Well, it is a beautiful outfit.
Thank you.
And the fashion show, you said 2:30?
Yes, we're
Okay.
going to be at 2:30.
And in the parade as well.
And the parade as well.
And then what about other times of the year? What do the vigilettes do?
Well, every second and fourth Sunday, we have a fashion show at the same place
right on.
with our brothers, the Vigilantes.
Okay.
And during the year, we are 501c3. And so we help with the small animal shelter. We
nice.
donate to them. We donate to the senior citizens.
Okay.
We give scholarships to high school students as well. So we're quite busy.
I love it. Well, Linda, thank
And
you.
Christmas drive coming
That
up.
too. Well, thank you for your time,
Of
and I
course.
appreciate it, and I love the outfit.
Thank you
Beautiful.
very much.
All right.
Take care.
So make sure you can come out and see the Vigilettes. They're going to be out here for the parade and, of course, the fashion show as well. Let's toss it over now to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen as we are entering a First Alert action night. Aaron.
We are, Dan. It's a little chilly, so we moved inside at the Birdcage Theater, where we have some folks behind me getting set to go through a ghost tour here. You know, after all, it is one of the most haunted buildings in Tombstone. And Miss Mallory, keep on going. I don't want to stop you. Miss Mallory, one of the ghost hosts here, is starting that tour. But we want to give you a look at the forecast first. For Tombstone tonight, chilly, 40 degrees, slim chance for a few spotty showers still. And we are noticing the wind starting to taper off somewhat, but we transition from that wind advisory to a freeze warning. Not here in Tombstone, but areas east of here will be experiencing close to freezing temperatures. Now, Tucson, we're still going to have some chilly temps, no doubt. 49 degrees to start our Saturday. By Sunday, 48. Wilcox, you'll be closer to freezing in the 30s. Douglas in the low 40s by Sunday morning. Nogales, 44 tomorrow morning to start your Saturday. If you will be down in Tombstone tomorrow, or maybe you're already here, 72 is what you have to look forward to. Mostly sunny, a little breezy from time to time, but not as strong of winds as today. Certainly the coolest weekend since April across all of southern Arizona. So whether you are coming here or just staying at home, just try to get outside, enjoy the fresh air, the cool temps, because we do have a warming trend after this coolest weekend since April. But Tucson tomorrow, 75. That will be the coolest we will have recorded in 175 days. And then Sunday, mostly sunny and 80 degrees. Here's a look across the rest of southern Arizona. Your weekend in Ajo, upper 70s tomorrow, low 80s on Sunday. Nogales also in the 70s, the same for the Douglas area. This storm system moving through, just kind of dragging the tail end of that front through southern Arizona, so our chance for rain is quite slim, just 30% as we head through now through overnight. I know Tucson's already had a few sprinkles reported tonight. Benson has about a 40% chance. Sierra Vista and Bisbee at a 30% chance. Here's that 13 First Alert 7-day forecast. 90 for your Monday, 95 on Tuesday, and then warming, can you believe it, to almost 100 again by the end of next work week. Coming up, we're going to talk with one of those ghost hosts and let you know what they've got going on here. Now that worked out really well until 1901. We are now inside the Birdcage Theater, and interestingly, this actually closed in 1892 and reopened for the very first Helldorado days, held in 1929. Joining me now, Mike Evans, one of the Ghost hosts, and tell me about the tours that people can expect this weekend.
We got self-guided tours through the day. At night, if you want something to do, you can do a ghost tour here. It is one of the most haunted buildings, most active here. And we're the only original building still left on the street. We do ghost tours at 6:15, 8 o'clock. If they fill up, we'll do the 9:30. So don't worry about getting left out. And come on down, bring your camera, see who you catch on film.
And when you've been doing some of these tours, what have you noticed as far as paranormal activity?
You'll hear footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see shadows. It's not unusual. Take a picture and get orbs. And the smells, you'll have different smells through the building. And it's very interesting. You never know what they're going to do. They're not on our payroll, so.
Right. And the tours, do you have to sign up in advance? Can people just come in, or how does that work?
Okay, if you hear about 15 minutes before time, you can buy your tickets in if we're not sold out. Or you can come in anytime during the day, and we'll sell you a ticket.
And this was probably one of the places where I would imagine a lot of spirits do hang out, considering it survived 2 fires, the longest standing building here, kind of a safe harbor, if you will.
It is. They used to party here and have a good time, and that's
Okay.
what they're still doing today.
So it's less about safety and it's more about fun. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time. I know you guys are busy. You got a ghost tour going through right now, but thank you for kind of giving us a preview here at the Birdcage
You're
Theater,
welcome.
those
We're here
tours.
7 days a week.
All right, Mike Evans, if you want to take his tour in particular, I'm sure he'll be happy to help you out. And we are going to check back in with you guys in just a little bit from Tombstone.
and he makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Just. Big Nose Kates and do a final salute. And I'm Dan Marr. He's live in Tombstone for the annual Helldorado Days. Coming up right after this, we're going to head down to Big Nose Kate's for our final salute and cheers of the night. But Brooke, we'll toss it back to you for more news. Not a big deal.
It is definitely cooling off very quickly, but that also means the wind is starting to die down, so feeling pretty nice here. Certainly much warmer inside Big Nose Kate's. Warm spirits, in fact. A lot of folks gathering here once the sun sets. A lot of folks start to enjoy a little bit of rest and relaxation. The workday is over, and they head to Big Nose Kate's. We want to give you a look at the forecast as we head through the night. It is a first alert action night. We're not under a freeze warning here in Cochise County, but we do have one, or portions of Cochise County, I should say. We're not under the freeze warning in Tombstone, but places like Wilcox into Bowie and stretching north into Graham County and Safford and even into the Clifton area. That's where temperatures are going to dip down to 32 degrees tonight. We're still looking at some pretty chilly temperatures across all of southern Arizona. After all, this is going to be the coolest weekend that we've had since April, so not a bad idea to dust off those frost clouds, have them handy, make sure people and pets indoors on nights when it is this cold. For Tucson, we'll dip down to 49 tonight. Wilcox, you'll be closer to freezing. Here in Tombstone, about 40 degrees. We'll start the day tomorrow. And we're talking upper 40s, though, for places like Oro Valley and Marana, for instance. If you're headed out to Helldorado this weekend, here's what to expect. Shortly before all the activities get going, 56 tomorrow, but 72 by the afternoon and lots of sunshine. We'll check back in with you in just a bit, Brooke.
Dan and Aaron live in Tombstone. We're getting ready to wrap things up. So how do you want to do that?
I think we should go inside Big Nose Kate's and have some sarsaparilla.
Let's do it. And then the excitement of that. And then I'd love to hear some of the history of Big Nose Kate's.
Okay, great.
Cool.
I'm inside. I can
I feel like I met you before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
President of the Chamber of Commerce. I don't
Okay.
know. I've been
Well,
around.
I come
here,
up every.
there. Oh, and I might
obviously
have been
last year.
waitressing. Okay.
Yeah.
This. I'm not. We have so much staff this year that I. Can you guys hear also? Where's Megan? Do you want me to say welcome or?
You know what, Brooke? This is one of my favorite spots in all of Tombstone. Big Nose Kate's Saloon. And this is so much history right here as we celebrate the 95th annual Helldorado Days. Susan Wallace, the owner of Big Nose Kate's, is joining us now. The excitement is back.
It is. Welcome to Helldorado.
Yes.
Welcome to Tombstone, Arizona. We're infamous. And welcome to Big Nose Kate's.
Big Nose Kate Saloon was the Grand Hotel in the 1880s, and we were a very fancy hotel, very famous. Supposedly the Earps and the Clantons, or at least the Clantons were here the night before the shootout, and the Earps did come here. We had wonderful indoor plumbing, fancy china, running water, and all of the modern amenities we'd never think we'd have here in Tombstone.
You know, I've probably been here 15 times over the years I've lived in Tucson. Every single time you come into Big Nose Kate's, you see something new. You have so much memorabilia.
Absolutely. People love to leave their memorabilia here. We've got photos from military. We have photos from first responders. We have photos from regular people. Actually, tonight we have some gentlemen here from Germany that come every year. We love to see our guests, especially on Helldorado, when they come back. It makes memories for us, it makes memories for them, and then they leave a little of themselves behind.
It is almost like a reunion, Helldorado days.
It is, absolutely. We look forward to seeing everyone, and I think people look forward all year long to their trip here, and we're just happy to have them.
So Helldorado Day is going on tomorrow, Sunday. Perfect spot to watch the parade on Sunday.
Absolutely. We definitely do a live, and actually the judges for the parade will be right here beside Big Nose Kate. So anywhere on Allen Street actually will be a great place to watch the parade.
And you know, there's just something about when you're in Tombstone, you need to belly up to the bar.
Oh, absolutely. You guys should come on in.
And you've also got some neat history on the bar itself. It was saved during a fire.
Yeah, actually, when the building was caught on fire, the main part of the building is still original, big, thick adobe walls, and they brought the bar from downstairs to upstairs. The bar was made in St. Louis, which was the gateway to the West for the Grand Hotel, super fancy, and we're happy still to have it here.
Priorities.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to save the bar.
Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Thank
All right.
you. Everybody come on down to Tombstone.
Thank you so much. Well, if you want to know and come on down to Tombstone, you got to check out the weather. So let's bring in Aaron Christensen now. And, yeah, it's not a bad night tonight.
You know what? The wind is dying down. Yep. I think a lot of folks are welcoming the cooler temps, right? I mean, it wouldn't be Helldorado days without being in October. You want it to feel a bit more like fall. Yep. And at least this weekend, it's going to do that. Okay. And so if you were even thinking that the wind was going to, you know, maybe keep you from being here this weekend because the dust or something, don't let it bother you, because come tomorrow, the wind is not going to be nearly as strong as what it was today. But you can come out and enjoy 72 degrees for a high. How about that? But you will have to make it through a chilly night tonight. Tombstone will be at 40. We are anticipating temperatures across all of southern Arizona to be the coolest in quite some time. Tucson at 49 degrees tomorrow morning, 48 by Sunday. Wilcox under that freeze warning. You'll be a lot closer to that freezing mark. Douglas in the low 40s. Nogales low to mid 40s, and Safford 42 degrees to start your day tomorrow. But if you are in Tombstone for Helldorado days, expect mostly sunny skies. Hey, you might even need the sunscreen. 72 degrees, a little breezy, but not bad. But do brace for the coolest weekend we have had since April across all of southern Arizona. If you've been waiting for a weekend that feels more like fall, for all those fall activities, this is it. Definitely want to enjoy that 75 in Tucson tomorrow. The coolest high temperature we've had in 175 days. Sunday at 80 and mostly sunny. Those highs across the rest of southern Arizona: 70 tomorrow in Wilcox, 72 Safford, Douglas 75, Nogales 72. That storm system that is moving through, bringing us that wind, did bring a few sprinkles today as well. Still a slim chance here overnight, but definitely the cooler air is the biggest impact from this system. Chance for rain yet overnight in Tombstone at 40%, but 30% in places like Sierra Vista, Bisbee, and Green Valley. Here's a look at that 13 first alert 7-day forecast. 90 for your Monday. Oh my. But we warm up after that. 95 for your Tuesday, and then temperatures closer to 100 and record territory again for the second half of next work week. I think after all of this, Dan and I are going to go in and have some of that sarsaparilla and belly up to that bar where the likes of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday once did, since it did survive the fire.
Well, let's hurry and toss it to break so we can hurry and come back.
Let's do it. We'll check back in with you in just a bit. We will.